What if your food noise has more to do with just mental overload when it comes to food and not just your thoughts and your chatter? Now, when I say mental overload, I'm talking about all the inputs, all the stuff that when you um, watch something on TV or when you're streaming something on Netflix, because apparently Netflix has ads now, right? I've known that for a while. I just haven't talked about it, so we thought I'd bring it up here. I don't live in a complete cave, although you might think that I do. Anyway, um, when you're seeing something on streaming service or the app notifications on your phone, whether it's food delivery, whether it's restaurants, the types of content that you see on social media. Is there a lot of local restaurants? Is there a lot of like extreme food stuff? Is there a lot of meal prep stuff? A lot of recipes? What types of conversations do you have in day-to-day life? Are other people telling you their thoughts and opinions about food? See, when we look at this as more of a complete picture, we see that it's not just our thoughts and the chatter and noise going on in our head, or probably a better way of saying it, there's a lot of things that are contributing to this. And it's not just us deciding all the time to think about the next meal and worry about the decisions that we're making. And see, this is the kind of stuff that we can look at and untangle and see like you can turn off your app notifications, um, and just kind of see what does that do, like if you're not getting the notifications from the restaurants or the delivery apps. Because I mean, I can tell you they know exactly when to message you. They know exactly when you're most likely to buy. They've got that information on you. Now, you know uh, redirecting conversations that you have, right? Like, and the thing that I also want to say is, just because you have all of these inputs coming in, it doesn't mean you need to cut all of them out. It just means you need to be aware of what's going on so that you can redirect the things that you need to redirect, but also more importantly, realize that there's a lot of things that are influencing your thoughts around this stuff. And see, I like talking about this kind of stuff because I feel like a lot of what you're hearing around food noise in the fitness space is it's the logical stuff. It's the behavior based stuff. These are the actions you should take. You can control your behavior. That's going to give you the outcome. And while that is a true statement, that if you're controlling your actions are going to lead to the outcome that you want. We need to talk more about what actually drives you as an individual to take that action, because we've always proven that when it comes to eating and exercise, we're not logical. Even though we want to tell ourselves all the time we're super logical about, I know what to do, I just need to do it, I just need to start my plan. But there's all this emotional tie-in. There's how we feel about all this stuff. And I think when we look at food noise, particularly, there's a long history of how we view food, how we view ourselves, how we view exercise. Like, all of this stuff is tied in. I will tell you, because while food noise, like all the stuff we're talking about, the thoughts, the feelings, the chatter, that's been around for a very long time. But the mass marketing of GLP-1s has given, rise to the focus on food noise as a term. I cannot remember hearing food noise be talked about to nowhere near to this level under this name before we had GLP-1s. Now, I think GLP-1s can help you lose weight. I think if it's a tool that you and your doctor have decided on, for many people, you're losing the weight that you've never been able to lose before in your life. That's awesome. That's incredible. The thing that we have to look at this from a marketing side is that these industries are really good at making us aware of things and then cultivating a problem that they solve. And I will tell you, I tell you guys a lot. I've been in marketing and advertising for about as long as I've been in the fitness industry, which I'm over a couple of decades, and both of them for the, yeah, math lines up. Better part of 2 decades for both. Um, and so like I'm trying to convince you of is that you have all this experience when it comes to eating, exercise, taking care of yourself. You know what works for you, you know what doesn't, you know what you like, you know what you don't. You should really lean into the stuff that you like. I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to know that you have not only the skills and your experience, but when it comes to fitting all this stuff into your life, you like nobody knows you better than you. The thing that I do is I give you structures to apply that to that information and that experience so that you can actually build a forever active lifestyle that you enjoy. And if you're brand new to the Your Level Fitness message, head to the website. That's yourlevelfitness.com. You'll get a really good sense for the framework, which yourlevelfitness.com/framework if you want to get directly there. The journal prompt emails that I send out, which really get you to figure out the nuance within your fitness process and your weight loss journey. Everybody's doing the same actions, but again, like the stuff that drives us mentally and emotionally is going to be different. So the journal prompts are there for that. If you want to go directly to that page, it's yourlevelfitness.com/email. So, but yeah, definitely check those things out. And that is what I have for you. So thank you as always for listening and watching, and I'll talk to you again real soon.